everyone. Today I will play a game called Alter Ego. It's a game where you get to live a different life pretty much, in the sense that you don't have to be your boring shitty self in your boring shitty life that you experience right now, watching a boring shitty person talk about an interesting game. Instead, you get to do things differently. You could have gleaned all that from reading this text, but instead you wasted your time listening to me. Anyways, I played this game about a year and a half ago or something like that. And, I don't really remember much of it. I remember enough to play it. I kind of know what'll kill you and what won't, but then again, this is a pretty, you can play this game many different times and experience some deviation. So, things are definitely going to be different for me this time, and there's no way I remember everything. So let's begin this. The game begins not long before your first birthday. See, you already know I'm going to be a handsome fuck. Look at that unibrow right there. Yeah, for real though. Will you be a male or female? I mean, there's no other option, so I guess I'm just going to have to pick male. You're in a warm, dark, dank, comfortable place. This has been your place since you became aware that you are alive. It's almost time to enter a different world now. So I can come out fighting, come out peacefully, or stay in a little longer. I mean, I'm going to stay in a little longer. Okay, you certainly can't be blamed for wanting to stay someplace safe and warm. Besides, you are learning early the social merits of being fashionably late. Alright, you know what? I think I've spoken my word. I've did my little rebellion already. I went through my rebellious phase while still in the womb. So I'm just going to come out peacefully now. What a good sport. Are you sure you're ready for this? It can get pretty hectic out there. I'll give you one more chance to try to stay a little longer. Would you like that? If you put it like that, yeah, still. I know it's a little bit early to say that you are too easily influenced by others' opinion. What the? Okay. But I thought something was crawling on me. But after getting up the nerve to be so courageous, why back out? Or back in this case. Just because of me. Fuck you, then. I'm come out fighting. Ouch, those forceps are denting your skull. Is this a way to treat a star? A bundle of joy? You haven't learned how to shit yet, so all you can do is yell until you're red in the face, which everyone interprets as a sign of good health. When I was a kid, I don't know if I was actually a rowdy baby or anything. All I know is that I was a kid at one point, and I was kind of a little bitch when I was a little kid. I don't know about my infancy, though. Yes, this is a strange and confusing world you have been brought into. So save your strength for the events to come. Yeah, you like that little you have gone full screen right there. Look at that. Look at him dancing. There's a nice little jig right there. That would make the dance team in almost any audition. Happy birthday, and welcome to the world. From now on, life will begin to change rapidly. You will have to learn to accept responsibility, build up your resources, and manage yourself physically and emotionally. And later, sexually. Or not. The events that transpire over the course of the next few days include: you're the most beautiful baby in the maternity ward and everyone takes your picture. That is an absolute fucking lie. You develop an allergy to milk and have to be given a special formula. That is true. The doctors note that your breathing is a bit irregular and suggest special. Alright, you know what? This is kind of true to life. When I was a kid, I couldn't drink straight up milk. I don't think that should be a surprise. I mean, are we really supposed to drink other animals' milk to begin with? But anyway, yeah, there's that. Or unless that was my mother's milk itself. Well, you see, I wasn't breastfed, so I don't have that paradigm of sucking the old teat. The doctors note that your breathing is a bit irregular and suggest special monitoring. I was asthmatic. Oh my god. Yeah, I was asthmatic when I was a youth. Asthmatic. And as far as me being the most beautiful baby in the maternity ward, well, I'm not beautiful anymore. All right, you're in infancy. There are 7 stages of life in Alter Ego. You play from birth until death, whenever that may be. Your game is saved automatically. You may select icons in any order. They're sorted chronologically. All right, so I guess I'm not exactly sure what all these mean. I think this means kind of like social, intellectual right here. Let's look at our stat. Okay, that is not stats. This is stats. All right. Look at me. Alright, this is fucking great right here. That's me right there. That's me, I'd say. Except my social would be lower. My physical would be slightly higher. like maybe like 21, and my money would not be 999. I have more than that. Yeah, look at this. I'm a very balanced youth. My vocation would be pretty low too. All right, let's just start off with intellectual. Lying on your stomach in the crib, you notice an interesting object an arm's distance away. It has a round shape at the top and a ring on the bottom. Well then, let's just be Well, you know what? Enough with that. All right, it's not a dildo. It's not. All right, select a mood. Anger, frustration, determination, neutral. You know what? Since I was a little bitch when I was a kid, well, not so much. I would be determined, and I think I'd probably I'd grasp for the object. You have the fighting spirit of your Uncle Bill. Yeah, Uncle Bill was a great guy. You sneak and well, oh my goodness. You sneak and crawl on your belly like a combat soldier heading into battle. You reach your destination, grasp the rattle, confidently and drool on it in victory. Intellectual spear shows a marked increase. You know what we're going to do with this we're going to emit a pleasurable yell. This stimulates vocal cords and language centers in your brain. Good language skills are essential to development. Intellectual spear increases. If no one is looking, give a little yell. Yourself, oh, well, thank you. For choosing this option. Go on. Did you do it? Fuck yeah, I did it. What do you think I am? Good, I just gave you... Well, thanks, man. It means a lot to me. Except I'm not a social person at all, so thanks for fucking up my reality of falsehood and alter ego. Yeah. All right, let's do emotional. You don't have many skills yet. As a matter of fact, life is pretty boring. I'm gonna be restless and irritable. I was when I was a kid, and I'm just gonna cry. I mean, that's what I did. I can understand how new and confusing all this might seem to you. 9 months of rest and relaxation followed by all of that commotion. And now this, you can't see much. You have no control of your body. You can't make something happen. You at least something wrong. I'm gonna keep crying. That's me. You were startled when you were lifted up. Mama's gonna have to learn to handle you a bit more gently. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm gonna keep crying. I was an ass. You got really scared. Your mother pulls you close to her where it's warm and safe. No, keep crying. Your mother's beginning to get frustrated more. Still, I keep crying. Your mother is beginning the world. Rather than not, you have colic. All right, fuck this. I hate doctors because I'm scared of everything. The gentle rocking reminds me of the good old days. Maybe this won't be so bad after all. Adaptation to change is a sign of healthy development. All right, so my problem with doctors is that, earlier in my life, and not real earlier, I was put through many, many tests. Not so much the asthma test, because that was true. It was a different doctor, actually. But, the doctor I went and saw, I had to have so many tests done on me. And it was all for nothing. I had to go through so much bullshit. I was a lab rat, pretty much, and nothing ever yielded results, which I guess could be a good thing. But this wasn't just simple tests. It was looking for specific things that just didn't exist. I'm sure they had some motive behind it, rather if it was genuinely concern or cash. But whatever. I'm not in their head. I cannot judge. I just know that has kind of brought upon a fear of going to visit doctors. And, because it's a financial issue, too. All right, so we're getting more like me every day, except my social is not 69. It is about 3. I do not like people. I'm going to try to reflect this in this game. You're lying on the floor of a big room on a soft, furry blanket. That's right. It is indeed a blanket with prints of all our furry friends, like the crystals and the monster grills of fur and then kitsune. All right, you're on your back staring at shadows that sometimes creep across the ceiling. This is realistic right here. Ever so often, mom or dad passes by and makes a funny face. I don't want to see that. Your hands grope in all directions, including your dick, and your feet pat the floor gently, almost out of your control. Select a mood. I'm content. I'll just be happy, and I'll make an O shape with my mouth. I'm learning at an early age. I'm getting ready to receive it. You pucker your cheeks in and out and take short, quick breaths. Your skin on your face feels alternately tight and loose. A person walks by and twirls their finger at you. Can I extend the middle finger towards them for that? Move my face back. Yes, we're gonna move it back and forth. Your first smile, that was not a smile, buddy, okay? That was no smile. An important event. Your parents stand over you, mesmerized, as you practice your new skill. I did not know how to smile, all right? I looked at an old picture of me when I was a little kid. I was not smiling, okay? I was just baring my teeth in a semi-aggressive fashion. That was a smile to me. Now, I don't show my teeth when I smile, all right? I've got one crooked tooth, and I'm very uncomfortable with it. But anyway, you're lying down in the crib while your mom and dad are speaking in the other room. Lying in the crib, you hear the voices deep and muffled beyond the door. Why aren't they paying attention to you? Yeah, I'd be sad. No, I'd be happy, and I'd just go to sleep. It's very considerate of you to leave your parents with some time alone together. It does seem like a perfect opportunity to attract some attention. However, you have a comfortable nap and wake up feeling hungry. I'm going to make noises to get their attention. You make a variety of noises in your mouth, using your mouth, lips, and saliva. You make them over and over again. La, 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 ah. Suddenly your mom comes in. I'm going to keep making noises. Listen to that. This brings mom closer to you. She smiles at you, and this makes you feel very excited. Yeah. You pound your hands up and down on the crib mattress and move your feet like a person riding a bicycle. You begin to notice that your sounds and movement create responses from others. I'm going to keep doing it. Dama! Your mom hears this combination and gets excited. This causes you to say it over and over again. I should have went, damn. Your mom is reinforcing this combination of sounds with attention, and you are reinforcing her attentions with the sounds, keeping her close to you. All right, I'm going to be honest here. If I ever have a kid, I'm going to teach them to say, like, shit and fuck and that kind of good stuff first. I mean, I think it would be very interesting. If my kid, if he ever comes into existence, word is not shit or fuck you, then they will be disowned. No, I would never do that. I'd be disappointed. If they dare say dada, oh no, I'm not having that shit. Alright, emotional. You've just awakened from a nice long nap. Your mom comes in the room. Okay, I'll be sleepy and do nothing. It's a dog's life, isn't it? Oh, yes, it's a dog life. Nothing to do all day except eat, sleep, and wonder what life will be like when you're older. Does life really change after 2? Yes. Mama's coming closer. Oh, humor you. Very good. Eye contact with the caretakers is very reinforcing, and parents often mistakenly think that it is the children who need all the attention. Believe me, parents want it too. Your eye contact makes her makes her smile. Social and emotional spheres are increasing. Select an action. Boring. Too tired to interact now? That's understandable. You did, however, pass up an opportunity for a rewarding social and emotional interaction. So, intellectual. You're quietly playing with your father's brand new electronic calculator. Look, the back of it lifts off very easily. I was inquisitive. Look, touch, and take apart. I'm trying to think of any situation where I took apart something electronic when I was a kid. I don't know. I went through a big phase of deconstructing PSPs and putting them back together, but more of necessity instead of interest. I broke so many PSPs. PSPs are like ex-lovers. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and look but don't touch, but still be inquisitive about it. Your self-control was quite remarkable. Look at all those tiny little plugs and circuits. They pop in and out I don't care. Such a good boy. You have plenty of time to fiddle around with things as you get older. Yeah. That's true. You do. And then you lose all that time once you start going into college. All right, mom and dad are entertaining some friends, and you are minding your own business, sitting quietly in a corner of the room. Suddenly, a man with a big nose and a shiny head puts his face right up to yours and says something in a loud voice. I would just be like, I would be kind of calm. I'd just be like, what the fuck? This is not a very sensible response. Most people would have been startled at this. Either you have nerves of steel or you're not focusing in on potentially hazardous situations in the world around you. Please be more careful. Oh, yeah, that could have been really negative right there. Yeah, oh my. All right, social. While being taken to the park, your dad meets an old college buddy who's wheeling a baby about your age. As the two dads talk, you casually begin to eye the baby in the other carriage. I don't really give a shit. Snob, you're able to get away with these terrible manners now, but you soon find that one must learn how to socialize properly. I beg to differ. I've been doing those terrible things my entire life, and look at me right now. I did perfectly fine in public speaking class, and I have no friends, almost. I have a few. Select an action. Remain snobby. That's me. Your rigid style of behavior may interfere with your ability to make social contacts in this life. It has, but I'm okay with that. You are in. Oh, what's this? Physical. All right. You don't actually have to follow that path, although it's kind of chronological in the sense that you kind of get older as you get down. At least that's what I've noticed. You are alone in the kitchen and begin exploring the closet and the refrigerator. Adventurous. Probably go towards the refrigerator looking for food. You wonder if you are strong enough to open the refrigerator. You pull on the long handle and the door swings open, hitting you in the head. This produces a nasty swelling. A nasty swelling. I would cry. You attract your mother's attention. She comes in, scolds you for playing in a place when you shouldn't be playing. Very well then. I'll accept that. Makes sense to me. All right, more intellectual. You are sitting in a large place and a furry man walks up to, and more furries. Oh my god. He's walking around you in circles. I'll be curious and I'll try to talk to him. I was a big fan of furry creatures when I was a kid. I used to have a bear who was really cool. He used to be my friend. He was a good guy. He doesn't exist anymore. He's been torn and shredded to pieces and he's returned to nature. But I believe he was composed of plastic, so that's debatable. Anyway, you yell out to the furry man and he walks over to you. He makes a noise that sounds like this. And he sits on your leg. Nah, fuck you. This man is heavy. This is good exercise. He looks back at you while you're pushing him off. He blows his nose right in your face. Yeah, dogs. I like dogs. Dogs are cool. Yeah, dogs, yeah. You are a large apartment. I am a large apartment? Well, excuse me. You are in a large department store, waiting in line, and there's an extremely well-endowed woman standing in front of you. She smiles. It looks like she may be an interesting person to talk to. I'm gonna be inquisitive, and I'm gonna be quiet. Sorry, that combination of choices is, oh, come on. I'll be like, but no. I'm gonna be shy and be quiet. The lady begins to ask you questions. You are shy and a little bit afraid of her. She begins to chat with your mom. Are you beginning to feel a little more friendly to her? She talks to me, sure. I mean, why not? What question would you like to ask her? Do you have a husband? Oh, excuse me.
You have a husband? You have a doggy? Mommy said that Daddy has a thick skull. Do you? I tried very hard to print you.
Something I would say would be like, man, when I was a kid, I would probably say something like that, to be honest. The lady giggles, and mom puts her hand over your mouth and says, shh. Thanks. All right. Perhaps you're interested in something else. Which question would you like to ask her? I'll pop the husband question. No, I'm going to say this. You don't get past the word aunt before you're scooped up by your mother and dragged to a new line. Okay, I don't really know exactly. Okay, family. Daddy says it's time to go to bed. No! I don't want to go to bed. You fold your hands across your chest and look him straight in the eye. He laughs at you and begins to pick you up. You say, no. He says, sorry, Tiger. Tucks you under his arm. I don't think I'd cry. I'd get more angry than sad as a kid. You fall limp so you're difficult to manage. You give Dad a backache. When you get to your bedroom, I'll just go to sleep. Good night, Dad says. I love you. Well, thanks, Dad. It really means a lot to me. I really do appreciate that kind of stuff, but you're alone in your parents' bedroom. There's a shiny silver quarter on the table. Be honest. Take the quarter. Okay, well, you know what? Honestly, I just leave that kind of stuff alone. This might have been a tough decision for you at your age and even sometimes into adulthood. Honesty is often less than clear-cut. You might have figured out that you have nothing to gain by stealing the quarter. You're right about that, and you've gained in the trustworthiness category. Regarding me, I am not a very trustworthy person towards people I don't know. I mean, if I'm a partner in a group and I have to do something, I'm going to do it. But as far as, I don't know, I think there's something shifty about me, and I don't even know what it is. I think I have a potential to be a real backstabber, but I've never had that opportunity yet, nor have I had a desire to backstab anyone in an inner circle. Well, that's debatable. Anyway, you're in a sandbox playing with your favorite toy. A larger, stronger child pulls it away from you and screams, mine. You get anxious and cry. I get angry and cry. That's me right there. Your crying excites the baby who's been bullying you. He picks up a bucket of sand and dumps it on your face. It gets into your mouth, and I'm gonna run away. He was much bigger than you. You might have gotten hurt. From a face distance, a safe distance. You watch him put your toy down and go someplace else. Do you want to go back for your toy? Nah. You've given up your toy. The whole experience has been very unfair. I was never bullied at any point in my life. Yes, that's serious. So, I don't know why I hate people. Maybe people could feel my aura of hate and then just, don't mess with him. Anyway, time to feed the fish. You pinch a small amount of fish food between your fingers and tap on the glass. There is no sign of Gabriella. I'm confused and I'm fucking mad. This happened to me. They flushed my goldfishes down the toilet. Blackie and Whitey, I remember you. I will never forget you two. You two were the yin and yang of my childhood, okay? When I had no one to talk to, you guys were there. And you didn't really talk back, but you looked nice. Gabby floats up to the surface from under a big gray rock. Her eye seems very puffy and her body is stiff. You are relieved to see she hasn't jumped out of the bowl. I would probably ask. Mom stutters through the answers to your questions. She is uncomfortable and sad. Mom explains that Gabby can't swim anymore. Mom says she's dead, that she's gone away. How can that be? She's right there. What is dead, you wonder? You are confused. Mom says that Gabby has to be taken out of the bowl. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, actually, in retrospect, my goldfishes were not cut down. Whoa, what did I even just try to say? Now that I think about it, I remember we didn't flush them down the toilet. We actually buried them in the backyard. At least that's what I was told. I actually never got to see it happen, but they told me, oh, we buried them in the backyard. Sure, they probably flushed them down the toilet. Assholes. What is dead, you wonder? You're confused, and Mom says that Gabby has to be taken out of the bowl. I would just flush down the toilet. It would be tough. Even though Mom has a sad face, you giggle at the thought of Gabby swimming in the bowl. You wonder if she'll tickle you the next time you go to the bathroom. Isn't it a real laugh? But you don't know what else to do. Yeah, when I get back in there, Gabby's going to be like a mermaid. And I'm going to get the beach, man. You were on the back seat of the car during a very long ride. I was active and annoyed back in those days. You asked the following questions. Where are we going? Mom explains that the family is taking a trip to the mountains. She takes out a book that has pictures of mountains and animals. She points to the one with stripes and says, what is this? You answer, that's a zebra right there. Actually, it could be either one, if it's a striped tiger, but probably zebra. No, Mom points out, that's a tiger. Here's the zebra. Well, fuck you. They both have stripes. Except, all right, yeah. This learning business is tough. Don't worry, this will be much easier to learn when you get a little older. Gee, if that meant my intellectual go down, I don't know, but it's still pretty damn high. I'm okay with that. Physical. You were eating out at your house. You were eating out at your house. One of your parents' friends. You were told by your mother to be on your best behavior. Something that you ate has disagreed with you, and you now feel very sick. Yeah, a mouthful of syphilis. It's great. All right, select a mood. Queasy. Just throw the shit up. Bam. Without any regard for anyone around you, you throw up. It splashes in the dish in front of you, gets all over the roast. Your mother is mortified. Hey, look, I'll be honest. If my mom cooked that roast, it probably tasted so fucking bad that my puke seasoned it up and made it taste better. Seriously. Your mother is mortified. Your father is much more understanding. This is something you will all get a great laugh out 20 years. Remember when I puked on your terrible roast and now it's a lot better? And people were like, hey, this is great. No, because it never happened. This is a game. Yeah. All right. Family. Dad must get his teeth fixed. You must go with him to the dentist. Mom is busy at work, and Dad couldn't find a shitter. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long time. Dad must run out and put money in the parking meter. Dad sits you on the floor, gives you a porn magazine to leaf through, and tells you to behave. Select a mood. Patient. I was patient and a good boy. Ability to keep yourself amused is a sign of early maturity. This will help you intellectually and creativity. I'd probably look through the magazines. You walk over to a pile of magazines on the stand, reach into the pile and pull out a magazine. Your coordination isn't terrific. As you lift off the table, cover toes with a loud rip. A lady spies you from the corner of her eye and gives you a dirty look. I'll probably ignore her. She doesn't she have anything better to do than pick on poor defenseless kids? It was only an accident, but it was a fun accident, which will probably happen again. Rip, and again, rip. Indeed, when I rip things, I tried to hide it. I didn't confess, oh, I ripped this book. Isn't that a shame? No, it was never for me right there. Yeah, That's just not something I used to do. All right, well, that's it for this installment. Hopefully, it won't be the first and the last installment of Alter Ego. If you like this video, good for you. That's great. Have a good day. Please.